Let's connect a Godox TTL flash with a Godox XPro transmitter. Today, in the studio. Hello there, my name is Alex Silva. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing in order for you to learn more about photography in general, but flash photography in particular. Today, I'd like to share with you how we're going to make sure that we connect a Godox XPro transmitter with a Godox TTL hot shoe flash. In this case, a Godox TT685. I know there's a new version of this flash, the 685 Mark II, but the general idea will be the same. In this channel, you're going to learn how to use channel, ID, groups, modes, zoom, and power settings using the Godox XPro transmitter. In a previous video, I explained how to do this setup, but using a manual flash, specifically the Godox TT600. With TTL flashes, things can be a bit more complex, or we have more tools actually, and that's why we're going to set them up today. First, we're going to set the flash. We're going to make sure that the flash is ready to receive orders. What do we mean by that? Let's take a look at the screen. When we just turn the flash on, the flash is in TTL mode and it's pretty much ready to work on camera. What we need to do now is to set it to slave mode. We're going to do this really simply in this model with just pressing this button labeled with the lightning symbol. We press it once and it's in master mode. This flash is ready to control other flashes. We don't want to do this today. We want it in slave mode, as we can see in this label here. As we noticed in a previous video, we need to avoid using channel 1. In order for us to change this, we're going to press the channel button just once, and we can rotate the wheel to change it to whatever we want. You know, I like to use channel 9, it's just my lucky number, and we press the set button. So this flash is ready to receive signals in channel 9, but it's currently set to group B. And I don't want this to be in group, it's currently in group A, but I want this to be in group B. In order for us to change that, we only press the button labeled group or GR, and if we just keep pressing it, we're going to keep switching between A, B, and C groups. So we're going to leave it on group B. Another thing that we're going to set is the zoom. We can set a manual value right now, but I want to be able to change the zoom setting from the transmitter. So we're going to change the zoom from manual values in 16 millimeters. I'm going to rotate the wheel to the left and until it says a zoom, automatic zoom, and it doesn't get a value right away. Okay, so we set it, and there's another thing that I want to consider. This flash, being TTL and having some other tools, has another tool to avoid interference. That is called the ID function. How can we set or activate it first? We only need to press the zoom custom functions, press and hold the zoom custom function button, and then we enter the custom functions menu. We're going to rotate the wheel to change through different options until we get to the ID. In ID, ID is currently set to off. It works. We can fire the flash this way. However, I'm going to set the ID to a number, let's say, I'm going to set it to 81. It's 9 square. You know, I like channel 9, well, the ID is 9 square. You can set it to whatever you want, just make sure that you have the same settings on the transmitter. So, there we go. And we get off this menu. As you can see, the flash is now ready to receive orders. These orders should come on channel 9 and should come directed towards group B. These orders will be able to include the mode, the power setting, and of course, and also the zoom setting. And as you can see, the front of the flash is blinking. We cannot change this. This is the visual indicator that this flash is in radio slave mode. So let's set up now the transmitter. The transmitter needs to be set to the same channel and ID in order for us to start sending different kinds of signals. Let's take a look at how we can set up this. Here we have the transmitter. When we turn it on, actually this is how we left it in our previous video. It's right now it's already in channel 9 and it's sending orders only to group A, in setting it to manual mode and to 1/16 power. If we wanted to change channel, we don't, but if we wanted to change channel, we only need to press and hold this button, the zoom channel, and we can rotate the wheel and change the channel. We're going to leave it in channel 9. Now, we set the ID on the flash, so we also need to set the ID on the transmitter. We're going to do this by pressing the menu button. Focus. Anyway, we're going to press the menu button and then go through different options until we find the ID function. We set it and we change to 81, which is the number that I liked for ID. It's 9 squared. There you go. So this transmitter is now ready. We're going to press this to go back to the regular screen, and this flash is, sorry, this transmitter is ready to send signals. Transmitter is ready. It's in the correct channel and it has the right ID. What kind of signals can we send? How we're going to change settings? It's super simple. Let's take a look at them together. We now have the flash ready. It's in channel 9. There we go. Channel 9. The zoom is automatic and it's ready to receive signals directed towards group B. So if I press the tester button on the transmitter, nothing happens. Why? Because we're not sending any signals on group B, directed towards group B. So we're going to do a few things. First, we're going to turn off group A, pressing the group selection, press mode, it's now off. Group A is now off. We don't want to get distracted by that. Let's select group B and we're going to change the mode. It's now in TTL and you can see on the screen that this changed to TTL. If I press mode again, changes to manual and the flash changes to manual, and we can see a power setting here, the same as in the transmitter. It's currently in full power. If I press the tester right now, whoa, it flashes quite a bit. So we can now change the power settings. If we change it, we can see it on the screen right away, on the flash screen right away. If we set it to 1/16 power, I like to use that a lot. We set it, and then if we press the tester button, we see that it's flashing, and we actually can hear it when it's recharging. There we go. So we now have a working transmission between these two. We can change the group's mode again to TT. Well, it's now off. It's TTL. If we press the tester, it's going to work. In any case, we have now a successful transmission. Now, what happens if for some reason any of the IDs changes or moves to or is disabled? Okay, let's disable the ID function on the transmitter first. And if we, well, actually, if we change it to something else and we press the tester, nothing happens. This needs to be in the same ID value for these two to communicate. Same goes for the channel. If I changed the channel to something different but having the same ID, if I press the tester, nothing happens. They both, the transmitter and the receiving flash, need to be in the same channel and using the same ID for them to communicate, for them to fire. But what happens if for some reason we disabled the ID function? Nothing will happen. But then we can disable the ID on the flash as well. And we have communication again. We can actually change the mode, select, we can change the mode again, and it will just fire. Regardless of the ID being activated or not, there's another setting that we can change in the flash from the transmitter, which is the zoom setting. How do we change this? Well, we're going to press once the zoom channel button. So we can select different options, different values of zoom for different groups. Notice that group B is currently in 200. It's set to 200 millimeters. We're going to press it to select group B, and we're going to change this value back to 24 millimeters. You probably heard, it's kind of far, but you probably heard the flash zooming out, and if we press the zoom set, the tester, it's going to fire. So if we press this button again, we go back to our regular screen. And there we have it. We first selected a channel and ID to use. We now understand how the ID is an optional function, but we have to set a channel. We selected a group for the flash to belong to, so we can direct the orders to a specific group. And those orders were about the mode, the power setting, or the zoom setting. I really hope you found this video interesting, informative, but also entertaining. If that is the case, please press the like button or the thanks button. You can also subscribe to the channel, go see another suggested video, and of course share this video with your friends. But most of all, please remember to stay safe, keep learning, and keep creating. And I'll see you in the next video.